Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. Doubt I'll be using any astrology today though. I'm going to do the weekly Trader Tot. I don't know, I have to be careful what I say in the first 8 seconds. You guys know what I really call him though. Anyway, it's his weekly reading going from February 12th through the 18th. Wonder how his Valentine's Day is going to be. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to swap out cameras here and bring over my table. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am using, the first deck here I'm using is the Visions of Life Tarot by Taroko Studio. If you like this deck, there's where it's available. And I'm also going to use Chiro Marchetti's Kipper afterwards because I want to check into all things legal. And with my little Ruth Bader Ginsburg statue that my two M&Ms sent me, Melissa and Marie sent me a long time ago. I always keep it right here to remind me it's all about justice. And I'm allowing for, so look away if this makes you dizzy. This is my weird way of, I do this just because it helps me get into it. When I'm allowing for reversals. So the intention I'm putting into the cards is, how will Trump's week go? What is it, 12th to the 18th, something like that. You know, it can always go out a little bit beyond. And I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Okay. Donald John Trump. How's your week gonna go? All right. Yeah, things didn't go like we thought they would go yesterday, did they? With the trying to keep him off the ballot. There are so many arguments as to which way is right that I'm kind of like, oh, whatever. He's not going to win anyway. Might as well keep him on the ballot. Who cares? Even though, you know, he clearly, well, bottom line is the problem is that they didn't, nobody ahead of time, he wasn't impeached for the January 6th. He wasn't brought to trial and in time, you know, because Merrick Garland took his time. He wasn't impeached and, wouldn't even have to be impeached, but he wasn't convicted of committing an insurrection. Even though, you know, he clearly did. We know what his intentions were and still are. He doesn't want to be dictator for just one day. He wants to be dictator for life. So, how's your week gonna go, dude? My heart is hurting. I'm dizzy. I think he's having balance issues. It's like he's leaning to the right is what's going on. Like he's kind of just like, you know, like it's not, things aren't, movement's not going right. Wow. Okay. All right, so he's not sleeping well. Here's what, you know, the situation. Actually, I'll move it over here a little bit. The situation that, make some room. This is where he's sitting. This is the forces in motion in his life right now. The challenge is, so it's insomnia, but the Queen of Swords is, in this deck, it's a lack of clear thinking and independence. So I got to go with the deck I chose, right? If I were using the Rider-Waite-Smith, I would have a different meaning, but I can't do that. This is the deck I chose. Indifference, the Eight of Cups, coming in the challenge position, or the cross currents going on in his life. He can only see money. He can't see where he's going, and he's not going to take self-responsibility, but he really does need to walk away. But he's not going to go up that hill and try to deal with it. He just doesn't care. He's checked out. God. Okay. Yeah, nobody's kissing that frog, are they? Oh my goodness. So this is the moon. He's in delusion. He just doesn't, yeah, no. It's not happening. And he's also insane. This like certifiably insane is what I'm getting. In his past, we have the Knight of Wands where he's been very defended. This card is called anxious, but for me it's like defended and can't really hold that position anymore without getting beat up. This guy's fallen over. There's something coming up on the other side of that wall and shoving him over on his face. That's what happened. He did have those issues, right? This last week. He's not doing well at all. What's hanging over him is the power of women to bring him down when the vote comes, but also the Empress card is my card for Russia in this deck. And he's having to acquiesce to the, evangelical Christian vote in order to try and get anything. Yeah, nice try. Nice going there. There's a whole lot of them, aren't there? Not. Okay, his near future, we have the Four of Pentacles, and so no surprise there, is the greedy person that just can't seem to get, his mind off of money. It's all about money for him. That's all he thinks about. That's all he cares about. He's constantly in this transactional realm of it's all about the money because he thinks that's how he gets power. What he's attracting, Seven of Cups, even more illusions. Yeah, I mean, even if it's women that seem to like him, they don't really deep down trust him, or they're just as batshit crazy as he is. How others are influencing the situation. Wait, let me show you upright. He's always been afraid of people throwing tomatoes at him. He has said that before. But it came through reversed. So how others how this translates into other people and what's coming at them is that they're not, come harvest time, come the vote, they're not going to be backing him. The influence is that they're not investing in him anymore. It's our Seven of Pentacles reversed. There's like, no, they know it's not a good investment. I've been getting that for a long time with all different, systems, no matter which cards I use. Then next thing is his distant future. We've got the Knight of Swords upright. It's a whole lot of criticism. Reversed, it makes the criticism even worse. It really gets to him in the lower tummy, if you catch my drift. And he's not going anywhere. Knight of Swords reversed. Well, actually, he's going in the wrong direction. Maybe even quickly going in the wrong direction. Yeah. Okay. And then we have the Judgment card for the outcome. Maybe people get tired of listening to what he says. Maybe people get tired of can't stand his voice anymore. Maybe. I can't. So there's our outcome. But let's keep going and just see what else. Here's our Page of Swords. Caught with his pants down, making an ass out of himself. But it came through reversed. So this could have to do with spies and, hold on one second. I'm thinking maybe spies bringing something out that he didn't expect, and it's even worse. Like he just wants to hide. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune with it going the wrong way, especially when it comes to his authority. Yeah. Hold on one second. Oh, that's better. Okay, so, but with a little bit more with this authority card, as I was like sneezing and coughing at the same time. I got to get this guy out of my body, man. All these bones. Hitting this wall, like look at this wall of death and destruction and bones. And yeah, that guy's got his top hat and he's got his money, but that's it. But does he really have? I mean, look at the grip on those. I guess it's the arms of that chair. It's certainly a different take on Game of Thrones, right? This is like the throne of bones. I'm not throwing him a bone. It's not going to happen. So further on in time, it looks like he's going to be publicly humiliated. I can't seem to get back on top of his game. Handicapped by other people who really are in authority. That tells me people aren't going to stick with him. Okay, interesting. And this, this says renewal here, but this is really the Judgment card. So Judgment's coming. This was our outcome card. Probably, well, I can't imagine. Oh, there it is. I almost went all the way under my table. I can't imagine that SCOTUS would be able to, would actually even really be able to give him that immunity defense he wants. I just can't, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so legally, what's coming through, dude? How's your week gonna go legally for you? Because Monday supposedly he has until Monday. I don't know what day that is. 13th, I think. Yeah, 13th or 12th. 13th. It has until that day to file an appeal, which would take the immunity defense to SCOTUS, because the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that he does not have immunity from criminal prosecution. And basically, it's not. Jack Smith isn't going after him for insurrection, probably because he didn't think he could completely prove that yet. Even though they had all that, they had everything from J6 committee. They had that report. I mean, I have the book over here. It's 700 and some pages. I haven't read it all, I'll tell you that. I watched all the hearings, and it's just atrocious. So, but anyway, Jack Smith is trying to get him for election interference. And that's what Trump will appeal. The D.C. Circuit Court, which is one of the hardest courts to, get anything through, they did it, well, not fast enough for us, but fast for them. They got this thing through. And what's happening is that he's allowed to appeal it. He has, I think, until Monday. So he may even be doing that today. But here's his legal future. Doesn't look good. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Hold on. There we go. Actually, let me go up a little bit. I don't want to cut that off at the top. Some people watch on their cell phones, and it makes it a little harder to get everything in frame. Okay, so right at the heart of the reading here, we have change happening for him that he doesn't like. This might be issues with Alina Habba, issues with Ivanka. It has to do with money. Has to do with they were supposed to probably be paid, or they thought they were going to be paid. I do feel that this is Alina Habba. Maybe she does get paid something because he knows she could sue him, but I'm sure she got, well, I don't know. Actually, she's not that bright. I would think she got a big fat retainer up front, but I'm not positive about that. Anyway, regardless, there's a change with younger women and someone like Alina Habba. Wealth and creativity are keywords for this privileged lady card. It does not have to be a person, but it could very well could be. And he's down about it because he's going broke. Maybe even trying to get the female vote. This could be our card for the female vote coming up in the future, especially the younger female vote, because this would be a woman of childbearing years. Now, when it comes to this card up here, this in this diagonal right here within this 9 box, right here, this is him just out with drugs, alcohol, out of his mind using drugs, probably alcohol too, and his mind, like going back in time. You know, what I've always thought Alzheimer's is about, really, truly, you know, unless it's an overabundance of aluminum in the brain, which that's definitely a factor. The other connections are that unresolved childhood issues and have taken over his mind. And this line right here, here's his mind. This is his like mushmelon place, but he's also feeling very pessimistic, and he's obsessively compulsing about it. You know, he's just obsessing over things. It's our card for OCDs. It's our card for being depressed, definitely feeling insecure. And to have these two cards together at the heart of his reading for this week is really, really challenging. This diagonal here shows us financial change that is karmic, and so maybe something comes through with the Judge Engeron ruling. Maybe Engeron comes through with his ruling this week. There's that real possibility. Tish James is, what is she, 51, 52 now? I guess I could put her in this category, but usually she would be the other gal. But anyway, creative wealth is not coming towards him anymore. And if this is the female vote, he's not getting that either, because that's not what they want. Now, this is also our card of lies and grifting. If I were to connect these two together, cheating, stealing, hiding behind other means of getting money from other countries, and with this toil and labor card here, we have, and these two money cards up above, we have money laundering here. So maybe he's caught for money laundering somehow. Well, this could all be happening, of course, behind the scenes, because Jack Smith seems to be bringing that through. And he's up here, one of the corners. It's a very powerful position. So let's start with the first few opening cards. He's going to be restricted by, this could be Merrick Garland or any other man who, well, Merrick Garland legally, but then on another level, this could be another man who was supporting him financially, and there's restriction there. We do have our DOJ card here, and my Jack Smith card over there. So yeah, with the courtship card, there's lots of meetings, and legal meetings, something to do with discovery. Someone's discovered something. This is my J6 committee card. And yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So now maybe on another level, this is his trying to negotiate something in order to not be restricted or to not go to prison. Because there's important discovery here, and then the courtship card is our card for, well, it's his social life. This could be him at Mar-a-Lago just kind of checked out. It's possibly that, but what's hanging over him is all of this, which is very challenging, and it's all about J6. And it's bugging him right there. Oh no, I'm going to prison. Oh crap, can I get out of Dodge and go to another country? That's the strategy. See how these cards are all knighting together? And then as far as the money laundering, we've got this diagonal here. It's even, I mean, every card that there is for money laundering in this deck is right here. Human trafficking and money laundering. And for him, it's poverty, but it's going to take a couple of years for it to all be taken away from him. Okay, so nothing much is going to happen this week, but this is the backdrop of it. And he's trying to negotiate to not go to prison eventually. And this is Jack Smith with some new charges or something new that's like, or sees him as just this infantile, yeah. And Trump is like, oh crap. Now, Jack Smith has this immense strategy, but it may not finish up before the election. But we have to trust that he's not going to win anyway, and he's headed for the big house. Or for him, I hope it's Leavenworth. But it may very well be, a health issue. I think he's probably one of those kind of guys that has, such a good, well, not good, but strong constitution that if he hadn't gotten involved in drugs in his early days, early 80s, I think is probably when he started, and stayed clean, all his life, and changed. If he would have changed, he'd be one of those kind of people that could probably last forever. Because the fact that he's still alive now with all these atrocities that he does to his body, or atrocities, that's just, he's atrocious. And I'm going to stop this reading because I'm sick of him. Okay. So, sending you guys tons of love. Okay, bye.